Hi guys, welcome back. Today we'll be talking something about water in this session. See, the Earth, our planet Earth, is made up of about 70% water, and the human body is also made up of around 70% water. All living things need water for their survival. There probably are a few microorganisms which can survive without air but not without water. Water gives us life, right? There are also a few other things that water can give us. And in ancient India, they knew about this. That's what we're going to see today in this session, okay? The first point, before we get into our topic, is going to be about a Japanese researcher by name Dr. Emoto, who's done a lot of research in water. Basically, what he did was he took two samples of water, a good sample taken from a clear spring and a not so good sample of water which was contaminated or polluted. What he did was, with the good sample, Dr. Emoto always had this exposed to good things, good sounds, good music, good words, and very importantly, good thoughts on the good sample of water. And with this sample, this polluted water sample, he got that always exposed to negative words, to negative music and negative thoughts. And after a particular period of time, he freezes both the samples of water. So the crystals which were formed by the good sample, they were symmetrical, they were very vibrant, and they were very beautiful. But the crystals which were formed by this contaminated water, they were not vibrant, they were very dull, and they were not at all symmetrical. So basically what Dr. Emoto tried to prove is that water can take from the surrounding. It can absorb positive energy or negative energy from the surrounding. This is what he has proved. He's also published a few books about this, the secret messages of, the hidden messages of water, the secret life of water, and those are also bestsellers. So this is the first point. Water has the capacity to absorb from the surrounding, whether it's positive or negative. That's the first point. Coming to a second point, during construction of Hindu temples, if you see towards the end, there is a Kumbhabhishegam, a function called Kumbhabhishegam, where kind of we can say it's an official inauguration of the temple. This Kumbhabhishegam is also done, after renovations of temples, and it's supposed to be done every 12 years, I think, this Kumbhabhishegam. Kumbham basically means a pot, and Abhishegam, you know what it is. During this Kumbhabhishegam, there is a ritual where in a few kumbhams or kalasams, there's good water kept inside the kumbham, and all the kumbhams are kept there, and priests and learned people sit around it. And they are chanting mantras, very focused. Basically, trying to have the surrounding for the water with a lot of positive energy, so the water can absorb all the positive energy from the mantras and the positive thoughts from the music and everything in the surrounding. I think they do it for 3 days or 5 days, I'm not sure. But after that, they take the water and they take it to the Gopuram and they pour it from there. If you've been to Kumbhabhishegams, the elders will tell us all to go stand under there so that the water sprinkles or splashes on us a little. So we also get all the good energy. Okay? The second point, Kumbhabhishegam. Now coming to the third point, if you've seen rishis, right, those days, they have a kamandalam, a kettle kind of vessel with them, and they have pure water inside, good water inside that. See, rishis are all, they possess a certain power themselves because they've done lot of tapas, lot of penance, and they have a certain amount of power themselves. So what happens is when they want to bless a person, they take a little bit of this water and then they just utter a few syllables and they sprinkle it on that person. They don't need 3 days or 5 days like the priests, because the rishis, they do have possess some power, and just a few seconds is enough for them to give all the positive energy to the water so it can absorb, and then they sprinkle on that person. The same happens to instances when they curse a person also. They take that and utter a few syllables and they splash it on that person. Even when they curse, they give all the negative energy. Basically, when you want to bless a person in trouble, see, troubles and problems are all negative things, right? So when the Rishi gives positive power, he gives so much positive power to this water that when it comes in contact with that person, it's able to take away all the negative, because there's less negative and more positive, right? That is blessing. Cursing is giving negative energy. A classic example is actually Vishwamitra. We all know Vishwamitra. Once when he was doing his tapas, he gets distracted by, I think it was Ramba. So Vishwamitra takes water, utters a few syllables and splashes it on her, and Ramba gets transformed into a rock immediately. So much is the power, and then the quickness with which water can absorb energy and also release it. Okay, that is the third point. The fourth point. This is a very simple point, but when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, this is just about taking a bath, bathing. Nowadays we bathe every day. Some of us bathe even twice a day. The reason we actually bathe, most of us, is because of all we go out, there's dirt, dust, and then we sweat. So just to clean our physical body, we take a bath. And when we take a bath, mostly our thoughts are elsewhere. We do pour water, soap, shikakai, all of that, but our thoughts are not there. Our thoughts are more of what do I do today, my to-do list, my meetings, the phone calls I need to make, call the plumber or clean the house, cook, call the carpenter, things like this, right? That's what we do. And we are done in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we are done. But those days, having a bath was actually a ritual. It was a ritual where the person would actually first pray to the water, and then he would utter all the mantras in a very focused way to give positive energy to the water. And after that, he prays to the water and says, now the water will be coming in contact with my body. May I be blessed to take away all the negative things from my body and from inside my body. Take away my negative thoughts, take away my negative memories, take away all that. See, these negative thoughts and negative memories are a hurdle for us to connect to our inner self. When we have these negative thoughts and memories, these are distractions which are not going to allow us to connect to our inner self. So we pray to the water to take away all this negativity. Water has that power. It's infused with all the positive energy. So when we are able to connect inside to ourselves, that is the first step for us in our journey to connect with the Paramatma. Okay, so bathing was a ritual actually in those days, which we take just a few minutes and finish it nowadays. That was the fourth point. The fifth point, we cannot complete this topic without talking about river Ganges, Ganga, Ahaya Ganga, Mother Ganga. Ganges has the purest form of water, the cleanest and purest form of water in this whole planet. It is clean. This is not a belief, this is a fact. Somewhere around the late 1800s, we had some European scientists and microbiologists come and conduct experiments in Ganges. We were then under the British rule, so the Europeans came, and I forget the name of the microbiologist, but we'll give the link below. They do research to see why the water in Ganges is so pure, is so clean. And they found out that there are a group of virus, and what these viruses do is they go and kill bacteria, target a certain type of bacteria, and they kill that. Those bacteria are the ones that are causing contamination in the water. So these viruses go and attack and destroy those bacteria. This is known as bacteriophages. That's the time after the experiment when this term came into use, bacteriophages. And also, River Ganges, the water there has 10% more oxygen than water elsewhere. I mean, I'm sure you know that cold water and hot water have different percentage or amount of oxygen in them. So Ganges has 10% more oxygen than water anywhere. So Ganges is very holy to us, very sacred to us. And every day, even today, in Kasi, what they do there is they have this aarti every evening. I think it's about 45 minutes to an hour. They have these mantras chanted by the holy men there. They have instruments played, aarti. All of that is to give all the positive energy to the water continuously. Every day they keep giving that. So Ganges is very holy to us, very sacred to us. That was the last point. We've come to an end of this. I just want to add a small tidbit. Um, we have had, in many of our houses, we'd have small copper pots sealed with the Ganga water inside. It doesn't get spoiled for years together. And I recently got to witness that when one of my friend's grandfathers died. During his last few minutes, they took the pot from their house, the copper pot, which was about 70 or 80 years old. It's been there in their house. So they took the water, put a hole and took the water in that and gave him that water. And they gave everybody, sprinkled on them. I too was there. 8 years water in that small copper thing. It was as fresh. And I'm sure many of us have that in our puja room, right? Anyway, I wanted to say that. And question time. Did you know that the biggest river in this planet is Ganges, is Ganga? Not the longest but the biggest. Go do your research and tell us why. That's it, guys. We come to end of session. We'll see next time. All right? Bye.